Conrad Phillips trying to get to the corner, lowers his shoulder, and gets to midfield.
Yeah, he got 10, James. It's going to be third and about 6.
Troy and Fiorello were there on the stop.
Come on out, Johnny. 144 running.
Chambers, explosive all day, turns the corner, lowers the shoulder, picks up 10, puts Tilden in a manageable third down situation.
3rd and 6 from midfield.
130.
High formation again. Got Michael Brooks deep. Got to look out. Give us to Brooks. Big hole. And it's going to be, it looks like he's short.
Yep.
Looks like he's just short of the first down.
5 yards. It's going to come 4th and 1, and this is the biggest play of the game.
So it's 4th and 1.
No.
They've got to go. They got to be going for it.
Oh, they're going to go for it, you could give it to Chambers or Brooks, and I think you're in good hands. I'll tell you the truth.
Maybe an option. They're going to go up the gut.
Oh,
and he's
they
going to
did
be
it.
Stuffed.
McKee stopped it.
He's going to be stuffed. They gave it to Keegan Clark, and he was stopped by about 7 people on the defensive end.
Now, where do they come? With the way Chambers and Brooks have been running, they give it to Keegan Clark. Big stop by McKee. Change of possession. They've been clinging to that 2-point lead for almost 3 quarters now, James, and they do it again. Big stop on 4th down.
So the Seagulls take over again.
20 seconds.
Just shy of midfield.
This will be the last play of the. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter if the play is on the ground and
We've got
the clock
about 20
runs.
seconds left here in the 3rd. Here's the Troy up the middle. That's the first time we've seen Troy get excited in this game. He's got himself a first down.
Whoa, my goodness.
Did not want to go down.
He's still not down.
Picked up a first down and a nice run by Stephen Troya.
And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That'll work.
The official called for his time.
Well, they're going to measure to see if it's a
They're gonna
first
measure
down,
it
but
first.
that will be.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to measure. They bring out the sticks. And it's a first down.
And now we can go to break.
And now that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters of football in the books. Quarter number 4 is coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Good tires, good service, good people, good year.
Wait no longer to buy tires. See Frank Sanzone and his crew at Kirk's Staten Island Tire and Auto. Get super savings on quality Goodyear tires from Staten Island's only authorized Goodyear dealer, Kirk's Staten Island Tire and Auto.
Hey, are you ready for the same old, same old?
Sure, if you're talking about the Elm Park Inn.
Where we serve the same old delicious food you've grown to love.
Yeah, stuffed pork chops.
And the same old service that makes you come back for more. Yay! With 2 floors of remodeled dining area, expanded for parties up to 55. So bring the family or some friends. But chances are, they'll already be here. Yay! The Elm Park Inn. Dinner for tonight and tomorrow.
When it comes to Staten Island and sports, think of one thing, Victory, as in Victory Sports, 1732 Victory Boulevard. Victory is the leading sports supplier of equipment, uniforms, and largest dealer of Apex hats and apparel. We also feature for all sports custom embroidery, silk screening, trophies, plaques, team jackets, and jersey lettering. We are the top supplier to Staten Island's colleges, high schools, softball, and little leagues. Come in and see George and Chuck at Victory Sports, where every customer is a winner.
Nansen Park, Staten Island's premier location for corporate picnics, family reunions, and outdoor weddings, has just given their banquet hall a makeover, designed to comfortably hold up to 175 people. A Taste of Honey, the exclusive caterer for Nansen Park, offers customized and affordable menus, including carving stations, pasta bars, and cold appetizer tables, in addition to buffets and dinners. Oh, and don't forget to ask about our less formal room, perfect for small showers and birthday parties. Call today and book your next celebration. A Taste of Honey, the banquet hall at Nansen Park, 983-0464.
Welcome back to McKee Staten Island Tech. 8-6 is our score at the start of our fourth quarter. And the Seagulls will have the ball. It'll be 1st and 10. They are in Blue Devil territory.
Right on line.
Awi Kali.
3 sacks, but right now.
3 sacks on the day. He's on the offensive end of the ball now. Nicky Brown's going to give to Ben Rodriguez, who tries to get to the outside. Brooks misses the tackle. A couple of guys missed the tackle, and he fights to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Should have cut it back in, James. Tried to go wide, didn't get the flank.
Eric Brooks, who was hurt just a few moments ago, was there to slow him down. Couldn't make the tackle, but slowed him down while the rest of the cavalry showed up to help.
Tony Esposito sitting there, quietly watching the game all by himself, rooting for the Seagulls that he used to lead.
And enjoying a very good football game today, I might add.
Brownies only had 4 passing yards in the second half, James, after 165 in the first.
He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to tuck it under and hold on to this one, and he's going to be dragged down for a big loss. That's Dwayne Hurst coming through with a big stop.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's cramping.
That looks like a cramp in his calf.
Timeout.
He's going to call a timeout. Take another look at it.
He's going to shake it off. No, he's not. Nicky can't decide whether he wants to come off or not.
Taken down for a loss there. It's a cramp.
That's Dr. John Riley, one of Staten Island's finest physicians, talking to Nicky.
Now here's a question. Who's going to be calling the signals? Dwayne Hurst, who had the sack before. That's going to be Ben Rodriguez calling the signals. Ben's going to keep it himself, try to get up the middle, and he's going to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Had to be a nice, safe call. Dennis couldn't get fancy there and risk a turnover, so McKee is going to kick it away for the second time. But you know what the problem is, James? Nick Brown is their kicker.
That's right.
Nicky Brown's their punter, and it's 4th down, and they're going to have to punt. So we're going to see the second string punter, whoever that is, and that's also Rodriguez.
It's going to be Ben Rodriguez as well.
Look out, though. This is where Tilden might try to get a block.
Oh, and they jumped.
They're still going to have to kick, though.
That's going to cost them a few, right. You can hear the Tilden coach from here screaming, "Watch the ball."
And we should say, James, we didn't mention, though, since the start of the game, this crowd has filled in very nicely here at Staten Island McKee Tech. And we were talking to each other between the 3rd and 4th quarters saying we've done a lot of football games here on Staten Island with less people than we have today. So it started out as a small crowd. It's grown to a couple of hundred. So McKee's got a nice turnout for its cable game.
Benny Rodriguez to kick. Michael Brooks is back deep. Oh, and they got a big block.
They got
a big block. We're going to have to take a look at it to see who got it. It could have been one of 4 guys who were all in the face of Ben Rodriguez. I know Fitzgerald Dawes was one of the guys there. Conrad Phillips was in the backfield again for the Blue Devils.
Well, we kind of called it, James, that without Nicky Brown there, when you get a second string kicker, Tilden should go after the punter, and they did. They went after Rodriguez, and he had no chance to get that off. None at all.
A second string kicker who is also a running back who's ran a lot of plays today, and he's got to be a little bit tired as well.
Yep, and they're desperately trying to get Nicky Brown ready to play football again.
We have 9:37 left to play in this one. Eric Waterman at quarterback. And the give is to Michael Brooks. Brooks dances his way for a few before he's roped and thrown down. Anthony Casalaspro was there.
It's up to Kali and company right now, James, to hold the fort, protect this 2-point lead. We have no idea whether Tilden has a field goal kicker or not that can kick from 20 or 25 yards. That we'd have to find out if the situation arises, because really that's all they need if they had a kicker.
There is Nick Brown on the sideline.
They're trying to rub that cramp away.
Get some circulation back in that calf. Wardman with the pitch out. I tell you, Gary Chambers, I would have loved to have seen him carry the ball a lot more today. He's a big kid. He's shown good speed, and he's tough to bring down.
And he runs straight. He runs north and south too. He goes north and he lowers his shoulders, and they are making steady but slow progress on this series. It's 3rd and 3, and again, Tilden has McKee on the ropes, and the Seagulls are going to have to really gut it up here. And it's timeout, Tilden.
Tilden's going to call a timeout here. With 8:23 left to play in this game.
And not only has this officiating crew done an excellent job calling this game, James, there's no clock here at McKee and no running time, and they've done a great job of letting our people know how much time is left. Sometimes we don't get that cooperation that we need when the PSALs, there's a lot of clocks that don't work, but the crew has done a great job on the field today and helping us keep time.
There is a timeout situation. McKee Staten Island Tech has all three remaining. Tilden using their first one here. So it will be 3rd down and about 4. It's not really a surprise what you're going to look for. You're going to look for a run play.
Well, and it's 4 down territory too. There's going to be no punt from here, so the Tilden coaching staff has to be looking at this from a 2-play standpoint, not a 1-play standpoint. So I would doubt if they would throw the ball.
Pitch out is going to be to Brooks. Brooks dances his way, lowers his shoulder, and he'll be short of a 1st down. He's close, but he's short.
Again, that was Thomas that turned that play back in. And here we go. This is about the 5th time, James, that Tilden's had 4th and short, and so far the McKee defense has risen to the occasion every time.
It's going to be 4th, and it looks like a full yard, probably a little bit more. And I don't think we're going to see Keegan Clark take this one like we did last time. This time Chambers in the backfield. The give is up the middle. It's a 1st down as Michael Brooks is still going.
And he almost broke it.
As he was dragging Joseph Fiorello for a little ride.
And Nicky Brown has risen from the bench, told his coaching staff, I'm ready to play. And he's trying to come to the rescue again as Tilden and Brooks drag their way to that 1st down, and they are now 20 yards away from taking the lead.
Now, if you're Tilden, the passing game has not been there. Do you take a quick shot at Nick Brown now, knowing he's got the calf?
I would not try to put it in the air. They've had no success. They haven't completed a pass all day.
He's a keeper. It's a keeper by Waterman who tries to get to the outside.
Good
and
play.
He's taken down. Joseph Fiorello was there on the tackle.
But it's a solid 6 or 7 yard gain, James, and Tilden's they're in striking distance, and they seem to be under control, know what they're doing. They can avoid the silly penalties. It looks like they're ready to go in.
Looks like they've cleaned it up here in this quarter as far as the penalties were concerned. It'll be 2nd down. They give us to Chambers right up the middle, and the big guy's going to take it. He's got himself a first down.
And you know what, James? There's not going to be much time left in this. If Tilden does score, this is the game.
They're chewing up a good portion of the clock right now.
We're going to get down to the. That's a first down. It's first and goal because it's inside the 10.
The 10.
First and goal. Well, maybe it's. It's hard to tell. It could be right on the 10, but maybe not. Can they actually get a first down? It's hard to tell.
I think it's just inside the 10. I don't think they can get a first down without scoring. This time they're going to go misdirection again. And he's got two blockers out in front. He's going to take it in. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown for Eric Brooks as he danced along the left side and finally took it in. And for the first time today, Tilden, who, like we said before, they weren't going away. They kept chipping away, and they take the lead now.
They deserve to be in the lead, James. They've played a much better second half than McKee. They have avoided the penalties. They have avoided the turnovers. They've done it with some solid groundwork, and now they lead 14-12. This is a big two-point conversion coming up, and McKee now is going to have to come back on the arm of Nicky Brown if they expect to win.
Here is the two-point conversion. They've got the I formation. The ever-dangerous Michael Brooks. Oh, they're going to throw. They're going to throw, and he's got his man.
And it's a big 2 points. It's the first time they've thrown a pass today that's been completed.
That's right.
So now McKee needs a touchdown and a conversion to win the game.
It is 14-8, and this crowd got really quiet all of a sudden.
Yep.
5:45 left to play in this game. A lot of time chewed off the clock that time by the Blue Devils.
In there, right? Everybody's got to suck it up.
14-8 is our score.
We just heard one of the McKee coaches on the sideline say everybody's got to suck it up now, and that's absolutely right, because if McKee does not come back and win this game, Dennis Bellantoni is facing a long road ahead this season. He thought he could win this one, and he was for 3.5 quarters, but now he faces an uphill battle.
And you know, that's one of the problems of playing Iron Man football. Like you said, you guys got to suck it up now. These guys are tired. These guys have been beaten down. They've been running all over the field today with the kids from Tilden, and they're tired. They're beaten down right now. They've got to suck it up. That's exactly the perfect phrase for it. Omir, Rodriguez, and Salas are back deep with the Seagulls, looking for a big return to get them in good field position. And Dwayne Hurst is set to kick it off. Short kick taken by Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to find a seam on the right side. Oh, that's a nice tackle. Michael Brooks, number 6, doing it on defense as well. Little guy comes up with a big stop. But good field position for the Seagulls.
38-yard line, 62 yards away, and listen, Tilden has earned the lead, and now McKee has to earn a victory by marching 62 yards here in the last 5 minutes.
That's right. This is where conditioning turns out to be a huge factor in these games.
Browns has not been able to find his receivers in the second half after a brilliant first half.
Wilson and Troya in the backfield. Straight drop. He's got some time. He's pressured now and throws it away. Now, the one thing they don't have to do, they don't have to panic.
No.
There's plenty of time.
No.
There's plenty of time where they don't have to panic. As King Richard, our cameraman, almost made the one-handed grab on that one.
They have to protect Brown is what they have to do. They have to give him protection. If they give him protection, the receivers are going to be open. And they have to control Conrad Phillips. 51, watch him on the offensive line. He has been very tough to contain.
Same backfield. Amir and Fiorello to the right. Cohen's to the left. They're looking for Cohen, who beat his man again, and he's got him. Cohen is taken down by Mel Baker.
Started at the 38-yard line. Looks like they're down to about the 25. It's a 37-yard completion, James. What a beautiful pass.
That was a beautiful pass.
And the
You can
first
see
big
him,
play.
he beats his man, and again, they've been beating the DBs all day today, which is surprising for as fast as those kids are.
Right. That's now that's Nicky Brown's first big play of the second half. Comes at an opportune time. McKee in business at the Tilden 25.
And he hit him right in stride. 1st and 10, another naked backfield.
Nope. Nothing there in the middle.
Quarterback draw, and there was nothing. Number 55, Fitzgerald Dawes, was there to put an end to it.
Brown loses a yard, 2nd and 11. Coming up on the 4-minute warning for the game. And there's a nervous and anxious Dennis Bellantoni on the sideline.
2nd and 11. Nick Brown, straight drop. He's got some room. They could have called a hold, but they didn't. The corner of the end zone.
Where's the call?
That's a touchdown.
Where is the call?
Lewis McGrone.
Late but right.
You have to see the footwork on that reception. I can't believe he kept his feet in bounds. We have to have that again.
I can't believe that the back judge was that far away from
Well,
the football
he
play.
came running from the 10.
He was 15 yards away from the play, and Staten Island Cable
We're
may be
taking
the
another
only people.
We're taking another look at it.
We may find out right now whether this really was a touchdown. Oh, yes, he's in. Both feet in. Good call.
I'd like to see that again. I'd like to see that again if we can cue it up one more time.
Shoulders out of bounds, feet in, James.
The way he juggled the ball, I don't know. I'd like to see it one more time. They're going for the 2. Benny Rodriguez tries to cut it back, and we are tied right now.
We got a 14-14 tie.
I want to take another look at the end of this play, if we could. Let's see if he had control of the pass.
Got it.
When he comes down. He got his foot down.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I'm not too sure if he had control of it.
No.
I don't think he had control of that football when he came down, Joe. I'm not 100% sure. And again, because the official was so far away, that's a big play. That is a huge play.
14-14. Well, I don't think we had the 4-minute warning yet.
We should be coming up close to the 4-minute. We didn't get to it yet, but it should be close.
Just gave the 4-minute warning.
I think I just heard it. We have the 4-minute warning right now.
Okay.
So we have 4 minutes to play in this game.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what happens if the game ends in 14-14, and a warning to all our people too at Staten Island Cable, it's a shootout situation where the ball is put on the 10-yard line. There's a coin flip, and you keep playing until somebody scores, and when the other guy doesn't, the game's over. It's a shootout situation, not overtime football like the NFL. It's shootout, and we're 14-14 here.
The last shootout that we had was Susan Wagner and Curtis.
Right, and that's correct. And
that's the last one we had. That was a wild game.
Right, and this, of course, is a very controversial call.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been even a push-off before the catch.
Yeah.
And
we're going to take another look at this from one more angle. This angle, I don't know if we'll be able to see it.
No, he did not have control of that football.
That should not have been a catch. Now kicks it deep. Waterman takes it. Tries to head to the right sideline. Nothing doing there. He's going to be stacked up and stopped. So we're under 4 minutes to play. And Tilden with the ball. After a controversial touchdown by the Seagulls. So now we've got to hope that Ali Kali and company, for the Seagulls' sake, can come up big here at the end of this game.
Now all of a sudden it kind of switches back in McKee's favor because of Tilden's inability to throw the football, and they got 80 yards to go.
To give us to Brooks. Brooks heads to the outside. Look at the little guy go. First down and a lot more as he's finally taken out of bounds. But with Michael Brooks, 80 yards is nothing.
Right.
That's 3 plays.
That's right.
We're going to take another look at that if we can. He gets out to the outside, and from there he just outruns people.
He's been spectacular the whole day. And that was Kali roaming from sideline to sideline, knocking Michael out of bounds.
Let's get the game.
Give us to Brooks again. This time he's going to be wrapped up, short of the first down.
Gain of 9 on the play.
9-yard gain. He's 2nd and 1.
Oh, James, oh, Joe.
2nd and 1.
Clark and Brooks in the backfield. And they're going to keep feeding the monster. Brooks has himself a first down, and he gets inside of Seagull territory across the 50.
But do they have enough time to run the ball down the field? That's the question.
And I think right now it's a little bit, I mean, this game is almost over. We need a player of the game. It's too close to call right now.
Well,
We're going to have to see what happens at the end here.
I would think so. I would think if Tilden wins, you got to give it to Michael Brooks, and if McKee wins, it's got to be Nicky Brown. Michael Brooks has picked up 75 yards rushing in the second half, James.
We have 2:40 left to play in this game.
2:37.
90 yards rushing, plus the kickoff
Plus
return.
the kickoff return, right. So it's too early to tell. We've got to see who pulls this one out first, as this one is far from over. 2:40 left to play.
And James, this year our player of the game sponsor is Burger King. So that's the way we're going to go with this one, I think. Unless something really unusual happens, I think we'll give it to Michael Brooks.
Which is not completely out of the ordinary.
If it's Tilden, and it's Nicky Brown if it's McKee. But then, of course, somebody might make a spectacular play at the end here to change our minds. Especially if it's your man, Jordan Cohen.
Jordan Cohen, who's been open all day.
Yep.
He's had a marvelous day receiving.
Right, he has over 100 yards in pass receptions.
Larry O'Meara's done a great job receiving as well.
And Colley's had a big game on defense.
Colley's had a big game for Tilden. Look at Conrad Phillips.
Absolutely,
You know, a big
wonderful
defensive
player.
play could end up winning this game as well.
Yep. We got a lot of candidates here.
So it's 1st and 10. Looks like from the 48 of the Seagulls. They're going to try to pitch outside. There's a flag.
White on the holding. Got to move him back, too, even though there's a 1-yard loss. Dennis Tony needs Tilden to have as much real estate to cover as possible, so I'm sure he'll push him back.
That was Jonas Rousseau.
I got a hold. On the way. Penalties declined.
Ooh.
2nd down.
I don't know.
He wants 2nd and 12 instead of 1st and 20. What do you think, James?
I don't know. I got to back him up.
I got to
The
back
clock's
him up,
running,
too.
You got to back him up.
You got to make them go as far as they have to.
Because, like you
with no
said, they're not
passing
going to
game.
throw. They're not going to throw. They got to keep the ball on the ground and keep chewing up the clock. You got to back them up here. The give is going to be to Brooks, trying to get to the outside. He got away from Colley. And just that run right there shows you why you have to back them up a little bit more. Because the way they can break these tackles and they can run the ball.
Sure, they're only 7 yards from a first down now. Boy, Colley has tried to run down Brooks from the backside. He's given it all, and that was Nick Brown that came up and hit him. 145.
145 left to play.
Well, you can't ask for...
They're taking their time.
Can't ask for a better start than this, but what is Tilden doing?
They're
taking 25
way
seconds
too
in the
much
huddle.
time in that huddle getting a play out.
Wow.
You got to figure they've only run, what, maybe 6 different plays today? They're going to throw this time. They're going for big numbers. He's got Brooks. And again, another dying quail thrown out there.
I'll tell you what, though.
A little contact.
I just think that we almost had pass interference, and if that ball is caught, it's a touchdown because
take another look at it.
Jermaine Wilson kind of had his feet tangled here. Oh yeah, he's in trouble, and he kind of reached out there because he knew he was in trouble. Fourth down, James.
Fourth down. This is it.
This is Tilden's last chance to win it in regulation.
You got to watch the little guy, and he gets the ball.
He's in trouble.
Trying to get to the outside. That's a big hit. That is a huge hit. Ben Rodriguez comes up, makes the stop, and now McKee Staten Island Tech has their timeouts. They have a very good passing game, and they're around midfield. This is about to get very, very interesting for the last minute and change. Let's take another look at this. Michael Brooks tries to get to the outside, and Benny Rodriguez, that's the perfect way to hit him.
There you go,
Grab him
low in the
up.
middle. That may be the best tackle we've seen McKee make all day.
Come on, Nick.
Hit him low, wrap him up. Troy and Wilson in the backfield. He's going to roll out to his left.
Look at
There's
this.
the little guy once again. He's going to be shy of the 30-yard line.
Timeout,
and
McKee.
There's a timeout.
1 minute exactly to go. McKee's down to the 31-yard line.
1 minute remaining in this game. And how wide open has he been all day?
And in a second, we're going to get Cohen's stats for the day, receptions and yardage.
Jordan Cohen has been open all day today.
7 receptions for 125 yards. That's a big time.
That's big
high
numbers
school
right
day.
there. That's right. I'd take that day at any level.
And Nicky Brown with his last 2 bombs, the touchdown that wasn't really, and that one is well over 200 yards. We'll get Nicky Brown's stats for us in a second. He was 11 for 17 in the first half, and then after a very slow third quarter, he's heated up again down the stretch. Nicky Brown, 16 for 25, 251 yards.
Big day today in the air.
And an interception.
And an interception.
And a lot of hits in the secondary.
We've got a minute left to play now. Ball looks like it's marked to 28.
Well, for everybody that said to me in the last month or two, oh, you're doing McKee in the first game.
You know how many times I've heard that this week?
You know what?
Why bother doing
fans,
McKee? Why bother?
If we have a better game, better high school football game, and a more exciting one than today's game, I'll be thankful. This has been a terrific job by both teams.
Brown's dropping back. He's under pressure.
Uh-oh.
And he is brought down.
That's a bad play.
Dwayne Hurst is there for the stop. Big loss. He's going to be marked down at the 38.
Yep, and McKee just called timeout again.
They have 1 timeout left. And again, if they get down to a situation where they need a field goal, it's going to be Nick Brown.
That's correct. He does kick extra points. They don't like to do it, but he can if it gets down to around the 7 or 8 yard line and they only have a few seconds left. And you know what, James? Everybody forgets shootout situations. Kicking game is of monstrous importance.
That's right.
If you get stopped on about the 7 yard line and it's 4th down, if you have a kid that can put it through the uprights, you have a huge edge.
That's right.
And there's Jordan Cohen.
7 receptions, 125 yards. And like I said before, I'll take those numbers at any level of football. High school, college, pro, you name it. Guy goes out and gives you 100 and change receiving.
James,
you take it.
If he does that every week this season, he'll be in my studio at the end of the year getting a Staten Island Cable All-Star jacket.
He'll be on your highlight reel at the end of the year for sure this year. There's Nick Brown's number, 16 for 26, 251 yards in the air, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
That's another great day.
Straight drop back. Being pressured again. Steps up, throws long. And that ball should have been picked off. by Tilden, but it wasn't.
You know, that was not a good job by Joe Fiorello that time, James, because he never looked for the
That's
ball.
right.
And you know what? He should have turned defensive back that time. If he would have turned around, he could have knocked that ball away, because you're right.
He looked
That
like
ball-
a defensive back that was beaten, actually.
That ball should have been picked off.
46 seconds remaining. Eric Waterman was there. He should have picked it off. Couldn't hold on to it.
Maybe that little screen,
The little screen
pass,
to
O'Meara in the middle.
Yeah, that's possible.
Give him some room to roam. Nope. He's going downfield. Fourth
And
down.
It's complete. Pass is complete to O'Meara.
That's his fourth catch and Brown's 17th completion, but now it's fourth down from McKee, and that wraps up their timeout
That is
situation.
the final timeout for McKee Staten Island Tech.
30 seconds. They are out of timeout. Whitehead
30 seconds. As you just heard it, our dish picked it up clear as a bell. 30 seconds, they're out of timeouts. Tilden does have one remaining.
3-0.
So not a bad opener for us here. Let me
Not
tell you
bad.
something.
That's excellent.
This is
We saw
like
tremendous.
you had said. I had heard all week.
Yeah.
People came up to me and asked me, "Listen, Jim, what game are you guys doing?" I said, "We're doing McKee this week." "Oh, why are you doing McKee? Why they only got 21 kids? Why bother doing McKee?" This is by far one of the most entertaining games that I've seen on cable since I've been here.
Brown throws the ball. His receivers catch the ball. Colley's a terrific player. And on Tilden, we've seen 2 or 3 terrifically talented running backs. We've had a good day. Crowd's been nice, very well behaved, and we're coming down. And
Which is also something we don't get all the
and
time.
another 30 seconds, we're liable to be in a shootout situation.
People told me it was going to be a bad game. If this is our worst game of the year, we're going to have a great season here on Island 16. Fourth down, this is it. Nicky Brown escapes a tackle. He looks down the field. He's going into the end zone. O'Meara, is he in bounds?
Oh, out of bounds.
Stepped out. He was out of bounds. Tried to tiptoe.
Now that's the same official that called the touchdown a
That's right.
touchdown.
Who was
And
late there.
again,
We're going to take another look at this
I,
from the end zone. I want to see his feet here. I want to see.
out of bounds.
No, he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Good call. Good call. So we're under 30 seconds to go now. We're looking at a shootout unless Mr. Brooks decides to take it upon himself to take it all the way back. But actually, Brooks is going out of the game.
So maybe we'll just have a kneel down.
Very possible.
Maybe we'll have a kneel down, and the coaches will decide after a little break what they want to do in the shootout situation.
Eric and Michael Brooks are both out of the game now.
I would think. Well, you don't know. Maybe they got that. Maybe they got a trick up their sleeve.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't be
If I was
surprised.
Nicky Brown, I'd be deeper, though.
That's right.
I'd be deeper because Tilden has no timeouts.
Tilden does have, I believe, they have one timeout.
Oh, yeah.
It's a trick, and it's a fumble.
Oh, Tilden got it back. Tilden
You
got
know,
it back.
Joe, I would after the great game that we've seen today, if this game would have ended on a play like that,
Right.
that would have completely ruined this day.
And Colley should have fell on
He
it.
should have just fell on it. Here's a replay of it.
Here's Colley, who's been absolutely magnificent.
He tried to pick it up.
Yeah,
And it looks like Tilden's troops are going off into the corner for a slight huddle.
Well, I guess there must be a PSAL rule again. I'm sorry, we're not familiar, but they are taking a little bit of a break here. So if Tilden's like relaxing over in the corner, it might be a couple of minutes before we go to the shootout, where the ball is put down on the 10-yard line and you play until one team scores more than the other. And there's the Tilden team trying to regroup, but I didn't realize that you got this much time. I thought you came right out.
I
at the
thought it
coin
was
flip.
bang, bang, let's get it going again.
Yeah. There's the officiating crew that's done a great job today, talking things over.
You get 2 minutes left. Timeout will be over in 2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes. Just heard 2 minutes before we start up the shootout.
Well, it'll be 2 minutes. It'll be a 2-minute break, and then they'll go out and they'll the coin toss will take place.
So we had deadlocked at 14. wonderful game here at McKee Staten Island Tech today. And this is just the beginning. As you said, next week we've got a very heated rivalry already.
Right. Now St. Peter's opened up their season. They're playing Holy Trinity today. They opened up with a 51-0 whooping of Kellenberg, and they have a young man at quarterback that's special. His name is Michael Mucci, the junior. And St. Joseph's by the Sea lost a controversial, as it turned out, they were robbed. They went into a shootout, 27-27, against St. John the Baptist, and a pass was intercepted in the shootout and run back for a touchdown, and the referees awarded St. John's the victory when the rule is you can't advance a turnover in the shootout. And nobody knew it. And St. Joseph's walked off the field, and the referees admitted they were wrong, and at the league meeting they said we blew it, but the loss was in the books. So in the first week, St. Joseph's and St. Peter's combined to score about 80 points. So I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fireworks next week, James.
And like you said, in a shootout, on a turnover, the ball cannot be advanced, so the ball will just be considered dead at that point. The play is over.
Okay, we're going to have the captains come out to midfield, and boy, I tell you, just like in playoff sudden death football, I think you want to get the ball first in a shootout. So this coin toss is very, very important.
We got a bunch of weary dogs out there on this field today. These kids are tired. They're going to go home.
They're going to sleep
well tonight, get themselves a nice meal. And it's a shame that one team has to go home with a loss on their record today. Both of these teams have played outstanding football. And the way that this game went, this shootout might take quite a while to get it over with.
And the one thing I think we can say with pretty much certainty, for the players that play for Susan Wagner and Port Richmond and Curtis and Tauntonville, if they thought they were going to have a week off and dance all over the heads of these seagulls,
that's right.
You better take a look at this tape and know you better be coming ready to play.
Do not take these young men lightly. They are coming out there. And I've always, whenever I've coached, I've told my guys, anytime you step on the field with another team, anything can happen. You never take another team lightly, because in any given day, you can be beaten. Doesn't matter how good of a team you are, what you did last year, how many city championships you've won in the past. On any given day, you better come with them laced up, ready to play, because these guys are not going to go down without a fight. Well, we're still waiting to see what's going to happen here.
Yo, guys.
Trying to find out who exactly is going to get the ball first. Tilden is going to, we just heard from the truck, Tilden is going to go first from the left side of the field.
Yeah, I guess if you win the coin toss, I guess you get to decide not only whether you want to get it or defend. I guess you decide which part of the field you want to play on.
But my question is, why go down to the dirt half when you've got the better?
It looks like that's the better part of the field.
It would seem that the traction will be better on the other side of the field, where there's a little bit more grass there. It's not as chewed up. And we just saw down on the McKee Staten Island Tech sideline, they were working on their long snapping. So, like you said, a kicking game is very important here in a shootout. And we're ready to get going here. Our shootout is ready to get underway. Tilden will have the ball. It's placed on the 10-yard line. Chambers and Brooks in the backfield. It's going to be Brooks. Brooks is going to scamper around. And he did not get in.
Well, he got about 6, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 4. And, again, that's too much to give up on first down, and if they get that kind of push every down, they're in good shape.
Ball is placed at the 4-yard line. Again, it's Chambers and Brooks. Give is going to be to Brooks again, who spins his way.
He's down to the 1.
Going to be short. Mark it at the 1. Actually, maybe inside the 1.
Yep.
So it's now 3rd and inches.
And then again, if Tilden gets in, do they go for 2? Do they have somebody that can kick an extra point? All of these things we don't know, James, but they become paramount in the shootout situation.
That's right.
And there goes Brooks out of the game, and if I was McKee, I'd be very happy to see that, and I would be setting my sights on number 44.
44, Gary Chambers.
He's in a fullback position right
Jonas
now.
Rousseau was in there, number 30. Give us to Rousseau.
They stopped
and
him.
The big guy is stopped. Ricky Doughton, number 78, was the first one there. Number 52, Matthew Hinden, also there for the stop.
James, why would you not give it to Brooks?
Right up the... Well, actually, they took Brooks out. There's a timeout
Or
for
Chambers.
Tilden. Chambers is in the game. We had said before, for whatever reason, this young man's not carrying the ball a lot today. I would have given it to him right up the gut. It's inches.
It was 4th and inches. Now it was 3rd and inches. Now it's 4th and 1. And now, Colley or one of these other big guys, Doughton, makes a big stop up front. Man, I would have kept Brooks in the game, and I would have given it to him again. And certainly I would have given it to Chambers if Brooks was out.
3rd and inches. I saw Michael Brooks go out. No doubt in my mind the ball should have been given to Gary Chambers, the fullback, right up the middle. I don't see them being able to stop him at that point.
Well, now I think they got a shot.
So now it's 4th and goal from the 1.
Each team gets 1 timeout during overtime, and Tilden just took it.
Michael Brooks is coming back on the field.
And you're right, man. There are some tired people out there trying to find something in an empty tank.
Suck it up. That's the key words right here. Suck it up. That's what we need. Keegan Clark is in the backfield along with Michael Brooks.
Oh, Brooks is going to get it. James, I'd be shocked if he didn't.
They're going to throw.
He got it.
It's good.
How do you like that?
It's good. Eric Brooks comes up with the big reception.
Their second pass completion of the day
And the other
comes
one
on
was a
4th
two-point
and 1, and
conversion.
the other one was a 2-point conversion. Now, again, crucial play coming up. Tilden going for 2 points, I guess because it's to the side, it's to the left. It's 20-14. Tilden going for 2 points because they don't have a kicker.
Same backfield. Waterman under center. This time, they can't bring him down. Colley's chasing him. He's headed for the pin. He's going to be stopped. Nice play by Benny Rodriguez to stop him from getting to the pin.
Okay.
So it is 20-14.
And now McKee gets the ball on the 10-yard line with a chance to tie it or win it or lose it. That's simple.
This is it. We're going to take another look at the touchdown here. Rolling out to his left.
It wasn't pretty.
Just a little flip.
But
just
it was
a little
clutch.
flip.
Now I want to know why Tilden's off the field. Oh, that is a penalty against Tilden.
You kidding?
Oh, McKee's going to get the ball at the 5-yard line. Tilden left the field.
Oh, man. Oof.
James, they weren't supposed to leave the field.
No.
They're not supposed to. They took their time out. They don't have any more.
So now the ball's going to be placed on the 5.
1st and goal from the 5. Makes it a lot easier.
Wilson and Troya. There's going to be play action to the
Cohen's
left.
open.
Cohen in the end zone. The one-handed juggle. Incomplete. A little bit too tall. A little bit too tall. I thought he was going to make the juggling catch. He got it. He batted it up with one hand and tried to bring it down, and he couldn't. Second down from the 5. Take another look at it. We'll see the juggle. And he was open. Couldn't quite bring it in. So Wilson and Troya again in the backfield. Another pass. He's got time. In the end zone, batted away. No, it was almost batted away, straight through. It's now going to be third down.
And the pressure mounts on Nicky Brown.
Brown was looking for Joseph Fiorello that time. Couldn't get him.
Now listen, Dennis Bellantoni has sold out now to the pass. He had first and goal from the 5, and on first and goal he decided to throw instead of run, and then he threw again. So now you almost have to throw the ball 2 more times, James, the way the running game has gone today.
Yep. They have not had a running game at all today.
Nope.
Pro set. Going out to his right this time. Brown looking in the end zone. And he's got Larry O'Meara for the leaping catch.
Now, can Nicky Brown kick an extra point? If you can kick an extra point, you can win 21-20.
Well, we saw the long snapper over here working on that before.
It's coming in. Nicky Brown is going to try and win this with an extra point. The biggest kick of the game is coming up. Timeout.
They're going to talk it over.
No, that's their second one. I don't understand.
We're going to take a look at this touchdown again. He's rolling out to his right.
Slow
rolling
motion.
Out.
Nicky Brown on 3rd and 10. O'Meara with the real good hands that he showed all day. And it's 20-20. The kicking tee placement is out on the field. And if Nick Brown kicks this through, well, he's our player of the game
our
for
Burger
sure.
King player of the game.
And if not, our crew works more overtime in our first game. Nicky Brown, 18 for 32, 262 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Dennis Bellantoni, if Nicky gets this one through, this is your well-earned first victory of the season. Folks, if you ask me what kind of kicking Nicky Brown is, I have no idea, but I know what kind of athlete he is.
That's right. The kid's done everything else well
today. And he
today.
does everything else, and you know that Dennis, if he didn't think Nicky had at least a 50-50 chance, you know that they wouldn't be trying this.
Lewis McGrone is the holder. It's down.
It's good.
It's up, and this ball game is over.
It is good.
It is all over. McKee Staten Island Tech in a shootout with a 21-20 victory over the Tilden Blue Devils.
Well earned. Nice job, Seagulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just watched one of the finest games you will see on Staten Island Cable this year.
And there is Nicky Brown.
There is our Burger King player of the game, Nicky Brown. An outstanding game. Both of these teams, Joe. I mean, like I said before, you hate to see one of these teams go home with a loss. Both of these teams showed a lot of heart, a lot of guts. They sucked it up really well. They were both tired. They went to the shootout. They did an excellent job, both of these teams today.
And not once, James, all day long do we see any hot dogging and stuff like that.
That's right.
Class
this was the way football is supposed to be played. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to have a lot more from McKee Staten Island Tech. 21-20 is our final score. Seagulls with the overtime shootout victory.
The Lagressi family cordially invites you to examine the Staten for your wedding, bar mitzvah, communion, or any party or gathering from $25 to $350. Our complete wedding package includes an extra-long cocktail hour, carving stations, and a flexible menu to suit your taste. The Staten Lounge is open Tuesday to Friday for lunch and Wednesday to Saturday evenings featuring live music and late snacks. Lagressi Staten, first-class service and 4-star cuisine for your party. Call us today.
Everyone on Staten Island knows the Forest Avenue Strip is the place for fun and great food, and the #1 spot on the Strip is Jody's Club Forest. Stop in and enjoy Jody's famous chicken salad for lunch or one of the many beef specialties on a dinner menu any family can afford. There is live entertainment on the weekends, and for those seeking added excitement, Quick Draw can make your night a winning one. Let your hosts, Jody and Mary Haggerty, show you that good people and good food can be found under one roof at Jody's Club Forest.
It is reassuring to know that in times of need, you have a service and a family you can trust and rely upon. The Casey family has continued this tradition of trust and dignified service to the Staten Island community for over 120 years, with 2 locations on both the North and South Shores.
From the very first broadcast, Casey's has been a proud sponsor of local sports programming. I hope everyone enjoys the games as much as I did when I watched my own two sons play on television.
If you're in business and reaching the largest Staten Island audience is your #1 priority, Staten Island Cable can help you do it with impact and style. With a diverse audience of over 300,000 Staten Island viewers, we'll put you on the air with your marketing and budget needs in mind. With digital production, exciting cable programming, and local sponsorship opportunities, television will show and tell thousands of people what your business is all about. Call 390-7036 and start your success story today.
21-20 is our final score here from McKee Staten Island Tech. And I tell you right now, I didn't set foot on that field, and I'm shot. That was a marvelous game. You know, we talk about it over and over again. We've had games where there's not a big crowd and there's been blowouts and blah, blah, blah. This game today, if we are lucky enough to have games anything like this for the rest of our season, it's going to be a hell of a season. This was a wonderful game.
I was impressed with the athleticism of the Tilden backs. I was impressed with the poise of the teams and the strength and conditioning of both teams, and of course Nicky Brown. Baseball pitcher, great student, tremendous defender defensively
and now
and
we can add
offensively.
Burger King player of the game
Yeah,
too.
Burger King player of the game, 18 for 32, 262, 2 touchdowns, and of course the game-winning kick that would have been a good field goal from 35 yards.
It was clean.
He boomed
we had
it
said
through.
that during the break. He got it down. It was up and it was clean. Not a second thought about it at all.
We congratulate Dennis Bellantoni. We congratulate the Tilden players and their coaching staff for a class act today. And I'll tell you, again, if this turns out to be McKee Staten Island Tech's only victory this season because of the unbelievable schedule they're playing, they can be proud of this day. But as a warning to every coach that's watching this today, from Port Richmond and Susan Wagner, Tauntonville, and Newdorp, you show up to play these Seagulls, you better be ready because they got some players.
The only problem I see them having against some of the bigger schools, they have to wrap up. They, you know, today Michael Brooks ran roughshod all over. They couldn't stop him. They couldn't wrap him up. If they do that with some of these other guys, they're going to get in a lot of trouble. They're going to get hurt by that.
And you have to stay healthy when your numbers are small. Newdorf's got the same problem, and they had a 26-0 victory yesterday. So far, we know it's been a great weekend for Staten Island football. We hope the rest of our island teams do well in their off-island games this week. But we know Newdorf got a win, and they were a little weak. And we know McKee got their first win, so that's great news, and we had a great show. James, it's been great. Next week, seeing Peters, a couple of thousand people there, a lot of enthusiasm, and a big rivalry game, so we're off to a good start.
Hey, it's going to be fun. This week was a lot of fun. Next week's going to be even more fun. You guys, I'm glad you joined us today. I want to thank the entire crew. You did a great job today. It was a lot of work. It was the first game of the season, so things were a little bit shaky, but you got us up and running as usual, the best crew in the tri-state area. And for you at home, I want to thank you very much for watching Island 16 Sports, and we will see you next week from St. Joe's. St. Joe's and St. Peter's getting it on right here on Island 16. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the